There's something many of us quietly struggle with after 60, though we don't always talk about it. It's that feeling that our legs aren't what they used to be. Standing for more than a few minutes feels like a challenge, and climbing a flight of stairs suddenly takes more effort than expected. While it's easy to chalk this up to aging, there's often a deeper reason behind it. What we're really seeing is muscle loss, a slow and silent process that affects our strength, balance, and independence over time. And the comforting truth is, we don't need to rely on medications or complicated treatments to protect our muscles. Often, the most effective support comes from the meals we're already enjoying if we choose wisely. In this episode, we're going to explore 3 everyday foods that researchers have found can actually help restore lost muscle, particularly in our legs. No need for trendy powders or hard-to-find supplements. Just familiar ingredients, backed by science, that can quietly but powerfully support our strength as we age. If you find this topic helpful, feel free to give it a like, share it with someone who might benefit, and hit that subscribe button so we can keep learning and growing stronger together. Let's get started with the first powerhouse food, a humble green that's more than just a salad decoration. 1. Spinach. When we think of spinach, we often picture it as a simple side on a salad plate. Nothing more than a leafy green added for color or fiber. But if that's all we see, we're seriously underestimating what this little vegetable can do. Spinach might be small and easy to overlook, but it's packed with natural compounds that offer real benefits for our muscles, especially as we get older. And this isn't just opinion. There's science behind it. And researchers are still uncovering how spinach helps support and even restore muscle health through 3 key mechanisms. First, spinach is naturally rich in dietary nitrates. Once inside the body, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, a compound that helps relax and widen the blood vessels. That means better blood flow, which leads to more oxygen and nutrients being delivered to our muscles. As a result, those muscles, particularly in our legs, get an energy boost, feel less tired during movement, and recover more easily afterward. For those of us in our 60s and beyond, when circulation tends to slow down because the arteries stiffen with age, the nitrates in spinach can act like a gentle but steady delivery service that keeps muscles from running out of fuel. Next is a compound that's a bit more unique to spinach, phytoecydisteroids. These plant-based substances help stimulate muscle protein synthesis. In other words, they tell the body to take the protein we eat and actually turn it into muscle fibers. As we age, many of us experience what's known as anabolic resistance. That's when the body stops responding efficiently to protein. Even if we're eating enough of it, phytoescydisteroids help flip that switch back on. They support the body's ability to rebuild and maintain muscle, which is something that becomes more and more important as we try to stay mobile and independent. Spinach also contains alpha-lipoic acid, a powerful antioxidant that improves insulin sensitivity. While that might sound like it only relates to blood sugar, it actually plays a bigger role. Better insulin sensitivity means the body can more effectively shuttle glucose and amino acids, both essential for muscle energy and repair, into the muscle cells where they're needed most. And when our muscles absorb those nutrients better, their ability to rebuild and recover improves significantly. So when we put all 3 of these benefits together, increased blood flow, enhanced protein synthesis, and better nutrient absorption, spinach starts to look a lot less like a salad decoration and a lot more like a full-time muscle support system. And the best part, these effects aren't just theoretical. A 2024 study published in the Journal of Physiology showed that a diet rich in spinach-derived nitrates helped improve muscle endurance and reduced oxygen consumption during movement in older adults. That's especially useful for the muscles that bear weight, like those in our legs and lower back, the ones we rely on for walking, balance, and getting up from a chair. Now imagine a simple but nourishing lunch: a scoop of brown rice, a few slices of steamed fish, and a side of lightly sauteed spinach with garlic. Nothing fancy, nothing hard to find, but meals like this, when eaten regularly, can lead to real changes Over time, we might start noticing firmer steps, less leg fatigue after standing, and a sense of ease returning to how we move throughout the day. If you're just getting started, try adding spinach to your meals 3 times a week. A quick sauté with olive oil is a great option. You can also toss it into soups or fold it into scrambled eggs now and then. The key is to cook it just until it's tender, not overdone to preserve the nutrients. And if you're using frozen spinach, choose the kind without added salt, so you're not raising your blood pressure unintentionally. For even more benefit, try pairing spinach with a bit of protein like tofu or eggs to support muscle repair and recovery even further. 2. Greek yogurt. Most of us tend to associate muscle recovery with hitting the gym or loading up on protein from meat. But here's something many of us don't realize: it's actually during rest, especially while we're sleeping, that the body does most of its muscle repair. And to support that process, one of the best things we can reach for is a serving of Greek yogurt before bed. What makes Greek yogurt so effective is its high content of casein, a slow-digesting type of protein. Unlike whey protein, which gets absorbed quickly, casein acts more like a steady drip. It gradually releases amino acids into the bloodstream, feeding the muscles for hours while we rest. For older adults, this is especially important, since the body becomes less efficient at storing and using protein with age. That's why a small snack that includes Greek yogurt in the evening can help keep muscle protein synthesis going all night long, right when the body is hard at work rebuilding. Greek yogurt is also a great source of calcium, a mineral that helps transmit signals for muscle contraction. When calcium levels are stable, the muscles, especially those in the legs and lower back, tend to function more smoothly. That means fewer cramps, better balance, and a greater sense of confidence in daily movement. And there's one more bonus: the live cultures in Greek yogurt. These friendly bacteria support digestion, which in turn helps the body absorb nutrients more effectively. A strong digestive system means we can make the most of the protein, vitamins, and minerals we eat, rather than letting them pass through without benefit. An ideal evening meal could be as simple as a bowl of vegetable soup, followed by a few spoonfuls of smooth, creamy Greek yogurt. It's light, easy on the stomach, and quietly helps the body repair the muscle fibers that have been worn down from a long day. Over time, making this kind of habit part of our routine can go a long way toward keeping our legs steady and strong, especially as we reach the stage of life when good nutrition becomes one of our best allies. A team of researchers at Maastricht University tested this idea by giving older adults casein protein before bedtime. The findings, published in the Journal of Applied Physiology in 2024, showed that muscle-building activity continued smoothly throughout the night, thanks to the steady amino acid release provided by casein. No supplements, no muscle enhancers, just the right food at the right time, and the results spoke for themselves. We don't need to eat Greek yogurt every single night, but adding it into the menu a few evenings each week, especially before sleep, can be a simple yet powerful step in the right direction. Look for low-fat, unsweetened varieties, and try topping it with a sprinkle of chia seeds or a few banana slices. That alone creates a small but nourishing bedtime snack, one that supports digestion and delivers essential fuel to our muscles while we sleep. It may seem like a minor shift, but over time, it can help build real strength, and we never have to touch a single pill to make it happen. 3. Chicken breast. There's something we often overlook when it comes to aging and nutrition. Getting enough protein is only half the story. What really matters is choosing the right kind of protein. Not every source triggers a strong muscle-building response, especially in older adults. And if we had to pick one food that's both easy to eat and powerfully effective for rebuilding muscle, chicken breast would be at the top of the list. What makes chicken breast so unique is a compound called leucine. Unlike many other amino acids, leucine doesn't just supply material for muscles, it actually acts like a biological switch. When there's enough leucine in the bloodstream, it activates something called the mTOR pathway, which is the system our bodies use to turn protein into new muscle fibers. And that process is the foundation for maintaining strength, flexibility, and mobility, especially in the legs and hips, the areas most affected by age-related muscle loss. Along with leucine, chicken breast provides all the essential amino acids, the building blocks our bodies can't make on their own. That means with just one moderate serving, we're giving our muscles everything they need to recover from movement, or even just from the wear and tear of a typical day. Another reason chicken breast is such a good fit for older adults is its low-fat content. That allows us to get plenty of high-quality protein without taking in too many extra calories, which is especially important since our metabolism tends to slow down with age. Imagine our muscles as a car engine that's been running for years. Chicken breast is like clean, premium fuel that keeps the engine running smoothly without leaving behind the gunk that builds up from heavier, fattier cuts of meat. A 2024 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted how leucine-rich proteins, such as those found in chicken breast, significantly improved muscle protein synthesis in older adults, especially when combined with light physical activity. The group receiving regular leucine performed better in strength tests compared to those who ate regular protein without enough leucine. So instead of relying on protein powders or supplements, we can make the most of what's already in our kitchens. A simple meal of boiled or grilled chicken breast, paired with some steamed greens and whole grains, makes for a light, easy-to-digest dinner that supports muscle recovery without putting extra strain on the kidneys or digestive system. Now that we've explored all three foods together, one thing becomes clear: muscle loss isn't something we just have to accept as we age. It's often the result of small daily habits, and the good news is, those habits can be reshaped, starting anytime we're ready. We talked about spinach, a leafy green that seems humble, but is packed with compounds that improve circulation, help muscle cells absorb nutrients, and slow down the natural wear and tear of aging. Then we looked at Greek yogurt, a gentle nighttime companion that, thanks to its slow-digesting casein protein, quietly supports muscle recovery while we sleep. And finally, we just explored chicken breast, a familiar food with a hidden strength. Its high leucine content helps kickstart the muscle-building engine, helping us maintain lean mass and long-term strength. If you found this episode helpful, please consider sharing it with someone you care about. And if you'd like to keep learning alongside us, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep this conversation going. Well, be back soon with more health topics designed especially for older adults, covering everything from how we eat and sleep to the little everyday changes that make a big difference in the long run. See you in the next video.